products that I've never seen before. I'm looking at all of these with fresh eyes, and I'm going to give some honest feedback. Let me make sure my mic is hooked up. Okay, cool. I think you can hear me. So I've got about 10 products that I'm going to look at today. And like I said, spend about 5 minutes and just give honest feedback. So let me jump right into the first one. Warp Web. Production websites for local businesses generated by API. Research, designed, deployed, editable in plain English, one REST endpoint between a business name and a live site. Okay, so one thing I like so far is that you're being very clear about the product in terms of, I know what I'm getting. I'm getting a website, and I know that it's for local businesses. So you're narrowing down the target audience. I think that's good. The fact that you're talking about APIs and REST endpoints really speaks to developers. So I don't know at this point if you're going for business owners or developers who are going to build websites for business owners, but right now it's leaning more developer. So keep that in mind based on who you're trying to go for and convert into a customer here. So let's see what else is on this landing page. Generate a site in 10 minutes, type of business name and city. The API researches it, writes copy, gathers photos. Where is it getting this stuff from? Like I imagine, you know, does the business already need to have a web page? Do they need to have like a Yelp listing, a Google business listing, something like that? Where is this stuff coming from? Generates the design, scaffold is here. But I love this concept. So business name, location, try an example. I love that you have quick examples to just try right here. I'm gonna try this in a second and see what I get. 2 fields in, a site out. So then it goes very kind of developer focused here. You know, which this is an important distinction. So if you're going for developers, I imagine it's a developer who is out there trying to get business clients and making their webpage for them. If so, like if that's who you're targeting, that makes sense. If it's just the business owner making their own website, this is too developer focused, I would say. Production site, fully wired, real business data, vertical tuned design, built for AI agents. SEO baked in, edits in plain English. Your end customer doesn't need HTML, a CMS, or a drag and drop builder. They describe the change and the agent makes it. I mean, this is interesting. This is an interesting feature, but think about who is using this. Is the business owner the one requesting these changes in plain text? If so, they're not going to be curling an API to do that, most likely. So I guess just think about the end-to-end flow that you have in mind here and what your expectation is. Who plugs, Warp Web in, agencies, sell local service sites at scale. Okay, so this is starting to answer that question that I had up at the top. So agencies, vertical SaaS, add websites to your product. AI agents. Okay. So it is leaning more towards an agency or developer. In that case, I wonder about this chat to website as an API. I guess they can expose this some way to their clients. Pay for the bill, not the seat. $12 plus $10 a site per month hosting. So essentially 22 bucks a month. The pricing is a little confusing the way it's stated. Buy credits and packs, okay. From name, a live site. All right, so let me try it. If you, in fact, give me some type of preview here. So I'm gonna go with this Mexican restaurant near me. I'm sure they have some info on Yelp. Generate site. Researching the business, looking on Google, looking at competitors. Okay, so you found something with 124 reviews, 3 competitors, writing on-brand copy, gathering photos, generating the design. SEO, scaffolding, reviewing the build. I mean, I love this. I love that I can see all the steps. I can see progress. I never feel like I'm waiting too long. And site is live. So let me open this up. It didn't actually load. The site can't be reached. So I can quickly show you what I see here. Let me change my screen. This is what I see. The site can't be reached when I'm literally just copying and pasting the URL that I got out of the product. So yeah, everything was awesome up until this point. Maybe there's just a bug. I would love to try this again once you get that resolved. But so far, good job. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one. Costerium. This is the next product in the list. Revisit what matters. Build a cosmos of links. Enter your Costerium. Okay, so off the bat, it's not clear what this is. Maybe that's your intention. I don't know. I have no idea what this is so far. Build a cosmos of links. Okay, cool. So I could scroll down to see more, but I think it would be good if in your hero section, you just plainly state, what problem are you solving for me? Build your cosmos, a beautiful and frictionless way to build a cosmos of links. Again, or just another thing I would say, like a cosmos of links is not a commonly known thing or phrase. I think that's something that you've come up with, and maybe it sounds cool, but it's not really communicating to me, the user, what this does or what this means, because I don't know what a cosmos of links means yet. Create co-stars, core stars. Core stars are the category around which you save your stars. Add links as stars, save links. Yeah, so you've got this, like, I don't know, cosmic analogy for links and categorization, which could be really cool. I'm not saying it's not, but in the landing page, when someone brand new is just trying to understand what this is and what value it brings to me and whether or not I want to use it, I would avoid like this custom terminology, this proprietary terminology that you've come up with, and maybe layer that in later. Black hole, delete stars or entire systems. I mean, it seems interesting and fun. I still don't even know, like, what would I use this for? For collecting research, articles, docs, videos, for revisiting. So these are like bookmarks. This is a replacement for bookmarks. Maybe it's more than that. I kind of just want to see examples. Let me see some other example cosmos. Let me poke around at those. It would be helpful if you added that, and that would really quickly give someone an idea of what this is here. Continue at Google. Okay, I don't want to sign in at this point. But hopefully what I said so far is helpful in some way. I think you potentially have a really cool product here. It could just be a lot more clear in the landing page to convince someone to go and put their credentials in and sign up. Okay, moving on. Demos that look expensive, cinematic, recast, intentional. Okay, recast turns a raw screen capture into a polished, ready to share demo automatically, built for solo founders who'd rather ship than open a timeline. Okay, so I love this this product space. I think it's really interesting, and I think it's much needed because a lot of people's product landing pages are missing some kind of product demo. And so anything like this that can really help streamline that for folks, I think is great. So let's see how it works. Everything recast records. record, auto polish, share, a focused recorder, not a kitchen sink editor. It turns raw captures into demos with shipping, cursor engine, velocity-based smoothing. I think for the audience you're going for, who likely doesn't have video editing skills. That's why they're here in the first place. They want something just really simple. Cursor engine, I don't know that they're gonna know what this is. I don't know what this is. Maybe your audience does, but I don't. Smart layouts, auto padding, gradient backgrounds, aspect framing applied as you record. That's cool, but also show me a nice screenshot of like what you mean. Show me a nice layout, visual layout, so I see what you mean here. Lightweight editor, trim, split, replace, focus editor. Okay. The supporting cast, GPU accelerated export, offline first. Project files, native capture, theme aware, region window, shortcut with open source. It's cool that it's open source. Skip the editor, ship the demo, download it, see what's new, release in order. Okay, let me go back to the main landing page. So like that, you have a screenshot of the product here. I see, there is a timeline. So there is some basic video editing features, which I guess is good. I mean, it signals to me that maybe it's not as automatic as I had hoped based on the sort of initial framing. But maybe it is automatic and like the timeline is just there if you want to go do some manual stuff. Your OS recorder stops at a file. Every laptop ships a screen recorder. None of them ship a demo. That gap between a raw capture and something worth sending is the entire job Recast does for you. Polished demo, framed and padded, cursor smooth and snapped to targets, trim, zoom, background built in, one link, hit record. That's the whole setup. Download free. Okay, I really want to try this. Okay, you get to send a link. Cloud turns a finished demo into a hosted link. So, all right, let me just download this. I don't know that I have time to show. Yeah, maybe I'll quickly show the product. Okay, it's downloading right now. All right, I've got the DMG fully downloaded for Recast. Moving it to my applications folder. Let me open it up. Recast is damaged and can't be opened. Oh no, you should move it to the trash. Okay, shit, move to trash. So whatever I just downloaded didn't work at all. Yeah, when I share this with you, hit me up if you want a screenshot of that. But I had the DMG, I tried to open it, and Apple macOS gave me a warning saying the DMG was damaged and it recommended that I put it in the trash. So something to figure out there. But I really love the concept and I look forward to trying it out again at some point. Okay, I'm gonna move to the next one. Yo, programmer, never lose code you've already written. Does this happen currently? Okay, Yo, programmer is your developer coding memory, saved from VS Code, your browser, or the web app. Then find anything semantic search in natural language. I guess, I'm just kind of wondering how big of a problem this is. The only handful of times I've ever been concerned about losing some code, snapshots were already being saved automatically by my IDE, luckily. And even though I had changes that were not committed, my IDE was just saving snapshots. I didn't even realize that was happening. And luckily it saved me and I was able to go get my stuff. But, that has only happened really a handful of times in my career. And so I'm just wondering how big of a problem this is that you lose code you've written. So maybe I'm just missing the angle or the situation here. And yeah, maybe the use case could be more clear if you have something in mind. So, all right, you've got a snippet of code. You already solved this before. Messy snippets everywhere, slow you down. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm not the target audience, but this so far is just not resonating with me. Like messy snippets. I've had a career as a software engineer, and I don't know what you mean by having messy snippets everywhere, slowing me down. Your code ends up in GitHub gist. No, like usually I'm committing to a repository. I'm not putting code in Notion pages or AI chat history or random text files. So yeah, maybe I'm misunderstanding here, and I'm just giving honest feedback about how this stuff is coming off to me. But it just these are not realistic scenarios that I've found myself in, and maybe I'm just not the target audience. Okay, your developer coding memory finally searchable. Built around semantic search for your code you've intentionally saved. Save any snippet with one click. Tag by language. Yeah, I mean, I guess the ability to potentially save snippets is in an easy way and have them searchable is interesting. It's not something I really do often. I think SQL queries, on the other hand, is a situation where this is much more prevalent in my experience, because there have been many times where I am working on a SQL query and iterating on it to get it to do what I want and trying different variations. And that stuff is not being committed. And it would be really nice to have my history of all these different variations I've tried. I've seen, proprietary tools to handle this, but that's like a situation where this type of thing is more common and would resonate with me more. Yeah. Okay, save from anywhere, find everything, browser extension, VS Code, web app, from the founder. Hey, I'm a developer. Okay, I love that you got this blurb from your own voice explaining who you are and why you built this. I think that's always good to just help build up a little trust. I'm a developer. I got tired of being my own worst enemy. Every few weeks, I'd rewrite the same SQL query. Look at the first thing you're mentioning is SQL query. So that makes a lot more sense than just random code snippets. Google the same Docker command. Yeah. Or scroll endlessly trying to find that one snippet I knew I had. Yeah. Like terminal commands is another scenario where this is more familiar to me. Like having a bunch of terminal commands that maybe I use infrequently. And then when I need it, I'm sort of like, I just have this text document maybe somewhere where I've stashed it. Especially if it has secrets in it. Like if there's a terminal command that has some shared secret key in it and I don't want to publish that anywhere, I just want it stored on my computer in a secure place. That's where I get into this sort of weird situation where I don't have a great solution for it. So that could be something for you to zero in on or think about. Okay. Okay, cool. I love that you have that. Productivity tool, it stays simple. Okay, early access. All right, well, I think you've done a great job of clearly stating what the product does. I think to really make the pain point resonate, that could be stronger. And maybe it's just a more narrow or specific use case. Yeah, maybe that could get you there. Okay, I hope that's helpful. I'm gonna move to the next one. Oh no. Okay, cool, it's there. I thought my screen wasn't being shared. Okay, we're good. What to watch? This is the next product in the list. Stop maintaining watch lists, start finishing them. Okay. A calmer home for what you're actually watching, what airs next. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what solution is out there, but I always have the problem of when I do want to sit down and watch something, it's always so hard to pick and jump across all of the different platforms. I wish there was something that just really understood the types of movies that I like and would make it so easy for me to figure out what movie or show I want to watch, usually for movies, when I have time, and just show me which platform it's on to go see it. So I don't know if that's what you're working on here, but that's just a pain point I have that as of yet I haven't really found a good solution for. 3 views, 1 clear next move. Track what you actually watch. Okay. Initially sounds like a lot of work. Like if I have to manually tell this app everything I'm watching, add titles to a clean watching shelf, auto progress is in the episode there. Like if you could automate that, that would be nice. See what airs next at a glance. Turns upcoming episodes when we release a new one combi. See what airs next. Yeah, I mean, I don't watch a lot of TV, so seeing what airs next, I'm not sure what that means. Like everything I watch these days is just on demand. Save ideas without losing them. Discover keeps interesting picks close. So what I don't know at this point is how these recommendations, if I can call them that, are being selected. Yeah, that's what I really care about. Like, I don't want to just see what's coming up next or what's popular on these platforms. I want to see stuff that is tailored for me and my taste. So if that is a capability you have, you should definitely, personally, I think you should definitely like clarify that much sooner in the landing page. You've got a video here. Let's see what the video is. Okay, great. So this is like a product demo. I think it's awesome that you have that, so I can just watch and see what this does. There's a voiceover. I don't think you can hear it on the stream, but there is a voiceover explaining what's going on here, so it's helpful. Okay, a little bit of feedback on the video itself. The video is kind of going through the setup. Like this is all the setup you do. And I get it. I understand why you're leading with that. But I think this will be much stronger if you just show how like the awesome benefits I'm getting out of the product. Don't lead with like what's all the setup and configuration I have to do. This is a demo video on the landing page. You're trying to like sell me on investing my time and signing up and using the product. Just show me how cool it is when I get all these great suggestions, or explain to me how great your algorithm is, or whatever. I think that's what you should lead with in the video, and not like here's how you set up your extension and all that stuff. Okay, so I'm going through more, and the video is showing the user going to Plex, which is something I don't use. I guess this is like maybe a video on demand platform, and it's showing how the extension can recognize what you're doing, which I think is cool. So maybe it is automatically tracking what you're watching and all that. The video is just coming off a little bit too technical and like getting into the weeds of technically how this works and how you orchestrate it. And I think all of that is cool, but I don't think that's the best thing to sell people on trying this product. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. I hope it's helpful in some way. All right, I'm gonna keep going on the landing page here. Auto track while you watch. Okay, great. So it is auto tracking. Install once. Every stream updates your list automatically. No manual logging. So that's really important. I would tie that in earlier on. Track what you actually watch. yeah, like up here at the top in how it works, it's not immediately obvious to me that this is automatic tracking. And then lower down, you explain that. So I would just put that up there also because it's important. Supported platforms, awesome. You're showing all the supported platforms. You may as well throw some logos in as well. This is cool. Follow people, not just titles. Okay, so you can follow actors. I think that's great. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Know when to clear the evening. 20 languages, 1 library. Built for finishing, not for hoarding. I don't know what that means. Less browsing, more watching. Okay, yeah, I think you've done a good job here. It's a really cool product. I do want to understand like the recommendation algorithm a little bit more to really sell me on this. But nice job. I'm going to move on to the next one. All right, Translify. What do you love reading? Okay, boom. I'm just thrown into a product experience and I have no idea what it is. So I don't know if that's your intention. Let me see. Let me click here. Okay, here's the actual landing page. Understand any book in your language. Okay, cool. You've done a good job with the hero text here. I immediately understand the problem that you are solving. Drop in a PDF or EPUB. Translify rebuilds the whole book in your language with the layout intact. Okay, so you have to have a PDF or EPUB first. I guess that makes sense. Highlight passages for AI explanations and quiz yourself so you actually remember what you read. See plans. Okay, right away I want to see examples because I think there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this. Like you're already saying, lets you chat with it. I'm not sure what that means or what that looks like. So I want to see an example. Highlight passages for AI explanations and quiz yourself. So it would be cool if you showed some books in non-English languages and showed the translation, or showed the side-by-side, or showed me what the product looks like once I've translated. What does this quiz stuff look like? What does it mean to chat with it? Okay, going on in the landing page, a whole reading day in 26 seconds. A whole reading day in 26 seconds. What does that mean? Okay, so you dropped it, you translate it, you pick the language. Okay, so I see this side by side here, so that's good. I like that you're showing this. And then chat with it. Why does this guy steal bread? Okay, that's really cool. That's really cool that you can kind of chat with an agent about the book. It'd be cool if you could chat with different characters also. Like automatically pick out the characters from the book and be able to chat with them. That's pretty cool. Or what if you could even just make your own story or chapters with the characters? Sorry, I'm pitching a whole different product here. But okay, quiz yourself. So what is this? Why does... Okay, so you get a quiz about the book to see if you comprehended it. That's cool. That is really cool. I wonder how this works for things that are not novels, more like educational books. The quiz can be really helpful for that also. I think this is a really cool product. I think you've done a good job of clearly explaining it. Ask the book, get cited answers. Yeah, I love that. I love that there's, it's citing the responses when you ask it a question. And then if in the quiz, if you get the question wrong, it sends you to the page. Yeah, I think that's really nice. This is cool. I mean, the whole translation thing is like an additional benefit. I think I would use this even without translating a book. This has really cool benefits. Um, the whole chat and the quiz thing, I think that is awesome. And I'm reading way more books in English than I am in other languages. So, I wonder if leading with the whole translation thing, like understand any book in any language, it's coming off as mainly a translation thing. Maybe that's what you want, but I think the amount of people out there who are reading books in different languages is much smaller than people who could potentially just benefit from these other features you have when they're reading books. So you might be narrowing your audience unnecessarily there. What readers are saying. Okay. Okay. Pick a plan, read better in 30 days, or get every cent back. All right, this is great. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to move to the next one. Ad sim. Know which ads win before you spend a cent. Okay. Know which ads win before you spend a cent. That's compelling, I think. Up to 1,000 AI consumers react to your creative in minutes. Ship only the winner without burning budget on Meta or Google to find out. Okay, this is a really cool idea. I imagine there's a cost to running 1,000 agents to evaluate your ad copy. So I wonder how that works out here. And obviously, how accurate is the result at predicting what's going to perform well? A lot of it hinges on that as well, which maybe it is accurate, but that's the question I have. Every ad you ship is a receipt you can reprint. So I would address those two questions right away, because I think that's going to come up. Like, how do you quantify the success? Have you proven that this system can determine winners? Like, have you A/B tested this? Have you ran real ads and seen which ones win and verified that AdSim picked the correct winner? Maybe you have, but I would just explain that near the top, and then the whole cost thing as well. All right, every ad you ship is a receipt you can reprint. Reach is commoditized. Targeting the creative quality is the last. Okay. I don't understand all of this jargon here, but maybe marketers do. Run the ad, run the audience. Not a forecast, a simulated society inside the feed, up to 1,000 consumers from your audience, each with a name, yada, yada, yada. You watch it unfold and read the reason behind every reaction before a single cent leaves your account. It's a really interesting concept. I still wonder about the whole cost thing if you're running 1,000 agents. 3 steps, minutes to verdict. Upload your creatives, describe who, build the people. Okay. I think the product is clear. Everything you need to ship the winner. Rank verdicts, per agent reasoning, head-to-head A/B. Any AI plugged in via MCP. Okay, so am I just using my own Claude credits, for example, to run this, and that's why it's saying zero cost? Maybe that's what's going on here. Talk to your simulated audience, interview any agent one-on-one. It's really interesting. Head-to-head A/B, insights generated, peer-reviewed, not vibes. It's a measured field with hundreds of citations. 5 landmark papers anchor what AdSim does. Okay, so here you're starting to finally address the proof. It comes off vague, like, are these papers just in the realm of what this product does? Like, I want to see for AdSim, I want to see some tests run on AdSim where you have shown that it can predict winners reliably. Okay, great job here. Well-built web page, very clear product, very interesting idea. I like this a lot. Nicely done. Going to the next one. Shield CN, beautiful README badges. The badge your README craves. Okay, a Shield's IO alternative with the visual quality of this thing. Unlimited combinations. Okay, generate my badge. What am I entering here? My browser thinks I should be entering a password here, and it's offering to me to open my passwords app. So, okay, try it. Username for profile, owner, repo for badges. Is this GitHub? Like, what? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to put in here. Let me grab like a random repository on GitHub and see if that works. I imagine it's got to be a public one, right? Let's see. All right. Let's try this. Is this going to work? Quick tour, skip, I'll figure it out. Detected 27 badges. Global defaults, GitHub, stars, watchers, package. All right. Cool. I'm not super familiar with these badges. I've seen badges on repos. I was definitely uncertain as to what I was supposed to be entering to try this out. So you could be more clear there, and then possibly just, okay, build your badge, pick a type, customize the look. Okay. Yeah, I mean, perhaps you could just show like some example repos so I don't have to go dig one up, and get a sense of what the output is. All right. Showcase. Maybe that's what that is. Badge showcase. Curated set of badge examples. All right. Cool. Nicely done. I'm going to move to the next one. Glide Design, a landing page for a premium design tool. Okay. Describe your product page or screen, get started, landing page, mobile, pitch deck, agent UI upload. Prompt in, polish design out, write your idea, product thinking first, share and ship. Every prompt produces something real, websites, mobile apps. So is this just designs or is it coding as well? Pitch decks, forms, proposals. Okay. Strategy before screens, high fidelity from one prompt. All right, let me just try it, I guess. I mean, this is cool that you've just got this text input right here to try it. Describe your product. Okay. An indie founder community where people support each other with early product feedback. Best looking design in the world. All right. Oh, boom, off wall right away. That's disappointing. All right, well then I think what you need to do here is show some example output. Like, you're making a bold claim here because there's a lot of options to get generated designs. You need to show me some of the designs that this has created and the prompts that created them to build up some trust that this is a high quality system and get me to want to sign up and invest time here. I think that's the biggest thing you can do. Okay, let's see. What else can I get feedback on here? Build the product, not just a screen from prompt. Build a strategy, user flow, product copy, implementation notes. Leave with something you can act on, not a folder of mock-ups. Data model, flow. Design workspace. Yeah, these real outputs, I'm not seeing anything here. Client landing page, mobile onboarding. So let's see client landing page. Pick the design, mobile app design, contact and booking. Yeah, I'm just not seeing like actual designs on the landing page here, which I think you need to show. Okay, I love that you're introducing yourself. That helps build trust. Contract developer, I often needed a fast way to turn rough ideas into something clients could actually react to before implementation. Design first workspace. Okay, cool. Okay, I hope that was helpful in some way. I'm gonna move on. All right, next product, Nexian. Master your chaos, amplify your ideas. That's super poetic and vague. I think with the hero text, you should be very specific about the problem that you're solving. So right away, I, as the user or customer, know whether or not you're solving a problem that I actually have and whether I want to invest more time here. Unify ideas, projects, tasks, habits, and notes in an intelligent ecosystem designed to maximize your focus. Yeah, it's just broad, you know. There's this, let me keep looking. An ecosystem for productivity. Okay, it's a productivity app. Is it a to-do list? Is it a notebook? Task manager, multi-project vision, smart notes. Is it just for me? Is it for my team and my company? It sounds like it's just for me, a personal task management tool. Data architecture and SQL. Export production ready code in seconds. This is totally unexpected to see, the data architecture and SQL. Like, up until this point, this seemed like just a consumer application for task lists or task management. And now this feels like something else altogether. Export production ready code. So is this specifically for software developers to capture their ideas? And if so, that could be much more clear at the top. And yeah, like the pitch could be stronger if you are specifically focused on software engineers. Habits and optimization. Analyze your daily performance through heat maps. Like, what is this? I don't understand. Analyze your daily performance through heat maps and productivity metrics. Okay. This is to understand like how well I'm closing tasks, I guess. Transparent pricing. There's a free tier, that's good. What do you get? Okay, active projects. Okay, Free tier has up to 3 active projects. So Pro gives you 10. You could add more members per project. Okay, so it is for teams potentially. That was not clear also. It seemed like a personal task management tool. DB schemes. AI usage. I didn't even see mention of AI anywhere. Like, where does AI come to this? What is it? How is it involved? So there's just that disconnect there between the pricing and how the product is described. And I think the use case and that target customer could be a lot more clear, but potentially you have something really cool here. All right, I hope that was helpful. I am gonna end the stream here.